How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Is It a Buy, where we talk about stocks and try to determine if they are worth a buy or maybe a pass. My name is Corey. I'd just like to preface the video by saying I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy who likes to talk about stocks, so please take what I say with a grain of salt, all right? Why is this showing like this? This is the wrong screen that you guys are seeing. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? This is backwards. All right. This is backwards. This is backwards. Technical difficulties as we get started. So let's see if we can figure this out. What in tarnation is going on? And now this is the right screen. And nothing is showing up. So we're going to pull this up. We're looking at some Reddit articles and stuff. All right. Looks like we're good to go now. Sorry about that. Webull is updating really quick. I wanted to make sure it was the most updated version for whatever reason, just to make sure we have the good stuff going on. Let me say hi to the chat while we're hanging out. We'll take a look at some Reddit articles and see what's going on. No, this is not the shirt. The shirt is normal. The shirt is not looking crazy. It's not, man, you can see my vitiligo right here. My goodness. I have vitiligo. I'm like discoloring. It's crazy. But, good stuff. Good stuff. Here we go. Boom. And we are in business for the business that we're in. All right. AMC. Boom. Looking sharp. Sharp. And we're good. Let me say hi to the chat and we'll see what's going on with AMC. All right. Let's see what we have. Dog, we are waiting on you, better late than never. Yes. Guys, if I'm ever running late, I will put a message in Twitter and my YouTube post section. So I don't know if you don't follow me or you want to see any kind of updates like that's definitely going to be the way to check and see what the heck is going on. Lee, yo, Macamania, we up. What's up, Ape fam? Apes together strong. What's up? Miss Rodriguez, hello, welcome. Let's see, 20 minutes later, you gotta check the stuff. Diane, hello, welcome. Johnson, what's up, Captain Cash? What's up, man? Let's see. Eric, Corey, how you doing? Another green day for AMC. Also, a bunch of 13Fs came out today. More institutional buying on AMC. Bullish. No way. Fantastic. I mean, here's the deal. Their earnings, while we had a red day after earnings, the earnings was actually pretty freaking fantastic. So hopefully that continues to kind of perpetuate the stock and what's going on. I'm trying to get my monitor a little straighter. So it's like good to go. So I had to set up my new monitor. My old one just kept on messing up. I sent it to the factory. They sent it back to me. It was still broken. And then they had to send me a whole new one because it just was no good. So yeah. What's up, Mo? Doing a pop soon, sure would be nice. What's up, Stick? Rocora says, hey man, I hope a man can hope, but they've proven they will go to any heights to keep this down. So be prepared for another drop, boys. Right. Yes. Diamond, thank you for the super chat. Tomorrow is a Tuesday. Absolutely is a Tuesday tomorrow. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We are set up for some good stuff. I wonder if we have a kind of, actually, this kind of looks like a big George W over here if you look at it a little more macroscopically. So I wonder if that's going to actually play out. And I would love for us to test this freaking $40 level of resistance soon. And go back up in here, right? Well, let's talk about AMC, what's going on, and we'll talk about why I really think that this thing is getting ready to freaking explode as these numbers continue to grow. Okay, so AMC had a pretty nice day. It was up 6.63% on the day. It did end the day at $35.69. In the after hours, it's down just a tad, 0.45%. Nothing too crazy. We do expect a little bit of consolidation or a small retracement at least whenever stock kind of has a good little run like this. So no worries. But what I do like here is look at this freaking trend line right here. I mean, just looking absolutely solid. I'm trying to touch all of these, but maybe I won't be able to touch all of them. Maybe I'll just touch it like that. So, I mean, setting higher highs and higher lows, right? Moving in an upward direction and actually looking pretty solid over the last 4 days. What the heck? So actually, I really like this. Volume seems to be picking up as well. What was volume today? Volume was, where are you? Volume was 86.63 million. So really not that good, but we have seen a low of like, what was the low? Like 50 million in volume. So it's a little bit better than what we saw. There we go. Eric confirmed. Eric says not only is it a George W, but it's also an ascending channel as well. Absolutely, we can see that ascending channel just right here. It's looking freaking gorgeous. Velocity says I have to ask if the hedge funds own, or if the hedge funds have short 22% of the float, don't they have to cover 22% of shares they shorted? Example, right? So Velocity, there's a whole thing that goes into like what they've shorted, what they have to cover, and if there are synthetic shares, right? So theoretically, if you do believe there are synthetic shares that they've been naked shorting and stuff, which, you know, I personally do believe they've been naked shorting. I do personally believe that there are synthetic shares. You know, I have a lot of personal beliefs kind of in what's going on here. Of course, make your own financial decisions and everything, you know, full disclaimer here. But what I do think is happening is, right. So it says, for example, they're short, you know, they've shorted 20% of the stock or whatever you want, or whatever you see, right? Or according to Ortex, sure, we can say 20% of the stock. However, if you do believe in naked shorts, that remember, they're basically using synthetic shares, fake shares to short the stock with, right? So not only, if you believe that, not only are they going to have to buy the regular shares that they've actually shorted, right, but they're going to have to cover all of the synthetic shorts. I have seen numbers where people say there are synthetic shorts of about 2.5 billion shares, and keep in mind this, the float of this stock is only, you know, we'll call it 500 million for even math, right? There's only 500 million shares of the free float. So for them to do that, that is 5 times the stock, right? So they're gonna have to buy the stock the entire free float 5 times over in order to cover all their synthetic shares. And again, I can't really confirm nor deny the synthetic shares of like 2.5 billion. That just seems to be the number that a lot of people have kind of seen and kind of stuck with. But that is accurate. I mean, can you imagine? Even, we'll put it this way, right? If we look at the Ortex data, which I guess we'll go over to Ortex really quick. It's no secret what's going on over here. But if we look at the Ortex data, you know, whenever we see crazy runs, they only cover a part of the shares on loan. Keep in mind, this is about 85% of exchanges, and it's only about, and this is not including synthetic shares or anything like that. This is just the shares on loan that are accounted for and seen and yada, yada. So what's interesting is, let's say this does, you know, whenever this ran all the way over here, they didn't cover that many shares, you know, maybe 50 million shares or something. And it ran from, you know, $10 to $70. So let's say they have to cover all that. Plus, if you do believe they're synthetic shares, plus the synthetic shares, then, I mean, the stock is just mathematically, right, based on historically what we've seen, and we've seen it previously as well. Let me remove this stuff. We see the shares on loan, right? Historically, what we've seen is when this goes up, whenever it goes down, we see a little run. Whenever it goes down, we see a little run. And we can see even back here, the stock in January had a crazy run of whenever there were only 83 million shares on loan, right? 83 million shares on loan. It ran all the way down to 65 million. So, I mean, we can see whenever they have to cover these shares, we see a huge uptick in price action. We went from $3 to, you know, $2-3 all the way to $20, you know, whatever it went to in January. So that's why I'm looking forward to this. I guess while we're in Ortex, we'll take a quick look at these numbers because they're just looking better and better and better. So we can see here the shares on loan is just skyrocketing. We can see the recent trend, right? And we'll go ahead and we'll just grab it from about here, sure. And so we can see the recent trend. So this is whenever we went all the way to $70. Not too long ago, and you know, whenever it went to $70, sure, it looks like they may have covered a few shares, right? And even them covering those few shares, it ran that high. But what have we seen? So let's say you were shill or something, you're like, oh, okay, well, that's it, right? They covered the shares, it's over with. Well, not only did they not cover all the shares, they barely covered anything. Not only did they do that, they also and we can see here, right, it was about 138 million shares on loan, and it went all the way down to 78 million shares on loan. So they covered, you know, a good chunk here. But not only was that at 138, and it went all the way down to 78 million shares, we are also, look at where we've been trending. We've been trending upward, right? We've been trending upward from 78 million to 112 million shares. So if history repeats itself, which it has consistently repeated itself in AMC, we can see that whenever this runs up, it gets too high, the utilization goes close to 100%, the short interest of the free float goes up as well, around 19% at this time. Actually, I think I can do it right here, right? We can see right here, it was at 17% previously, right? So these two numbers right here, and you can see the direct correlation. As the stock goes up, these two numbers go down, and these numbers have been increasingly going up. Now, if these numbers went down previously and they kept going down, I'd be like, oh man, like what do we have going on? You know, it's a little sketchy, it's a little weird. But we can see here that these numbers are now increasing again, and we're in the territory where at any point, I personally feel like it could run, right? Just based on what we've seen historically, okay? And that's what I see here. And Diane says, disclaimer, there are 20 Tuesdays until the end of 2021. Matt Kramer, what's up, man? Getting 10 Ds. Nice. Rocora, oh, thank you. So Macamania says, I believe it's shorted at least 30% more than reported. Just my opinion. And right, like, okay, sure. Even with something as conservative as like 30%, right, than what is actually being reported, I still love those numbers, right? I love these numbers. Because either way, it tells me that it's not a dead cat, right? In my head, I see this and I say, okay, well, they're continuing to short the stock. They're borrowing more shares. The utilization is continuing to go up, meaning they are like borrowing more shares to short with. And the short interest is going, like, they're all going in the right direction to prove to myself personally, just confirmation bias of what I believe is going on. Which is why I'm just so bullish on the stock, which is why I haven't stopped. Like, I know a lot of people are getting fatigued, and I'm not gonna lie, like I feel some fatigue as well, just talking about it every single day. But even then, like, I just don't want people to think that I've given up, because I know, like, and sometimes you have to look at these numbers, and as I look at it and as I talk about it to myself, like, to you all, it just makes me more convicted, because I'm just look at it. It forces me to sit down, look at the numbers, look at the charts, look at the graphs, look at like what we're seeing, and it just proves to myself that I think that I'm right. And that's one of the reasons, I'm just not giving up, and I don't want people to think, I'm worried. Well, I feel like I know the hype has kind of died down right now, but I think it's the apes just a little bit quiet, sitting back, holding their stock, and just being patient. But as soon as this thing runs again, all these apes that are like, in hiding, just kind of chilling, just kind of slowing down and stuff, they're going to rise up, they're going to get reinvigorated, and they're going to continue to hop back on, right? And I don't want people to think that, I've given up, because I have not given up. I'm not going to give up on the stock. It's like, and I was thinking about this like an hour ago, and it was on my way home from work, actually, when I was just stuck, and I was thinking, and always, this is not financial advice or anything, but I was thinking, if someone told me, hey, I have these numbers, they could be for, there's a 10% chance. I use this example all the time. There's a 10% chance that they're going to be the right lotto numbers, right? Typically, if you play a lotto, you have a 0.001% chance of winning the lottery. But what if, they said, hey, you have a 10% chance to win the lottery? Would you play it? Say, with these numbers, you have a 10% chance, would you play it? Now imagine that. And now imagine your own number. So what do you think the percentage, the likelihood of the squeeze happening? I'm not going to give you my number. I'm sure you can imagine how high it is, though. And imagine if someone told you that, like, would you play it? And so that's why it's just so easy for me to play this, because not only do I have a percentage in my head, but I also have the benefits of being from $2 all the way to $70 and seeing what can happen, right? Yeah, I'm at $30, so I'm from $2 to $30 right now, but it's still like, I can't complain. And on top of that, I don't even think it's over. Personally. So that's why I'm just so excited when I see these numbers. And again, I don't want to set any dates, at all, because I think dates just hurt people, just their stuff. But I don't want to do dates, but I do. I'm personally very convicted in the stock. Trody, yo, the Quiet Kid has to ask about what happened to the Sesson Bio stock. Ooh, I don't know about that one. Drugs didn't get approved. Oh, didn't get approved. Yeah, the only thing with some of these bio stocks is, if they get hyped up on something, and like these pharma stocks, if they get hyped up on something and it doesn't get like FDA approval or whatever, then yikes. Set that wedding date. Haven't set the wedding date just yet. It's gonna be like September, so we really need to pick a day badly. But yeah, and it's just gonna be an elopement. It's not gonna be anything big, anything special, but yeah. Robert says, I want to see a run soon. I'm with you. King Ape, Diamond Hands, Ape Together Strong, to the moon. I have to interpret emojis for people. Neil Tendo, tomorrow is Attendee Tuesday. Macamania says it's hard for hedges now because when we see dips, we see it as a buying and averaging down opportunities. Right. And so actually I was talking about this at work today, just with my coworkers and stuff. And because we always say, because it just becomes a topic of conversation. Hey, what do you think is going to happen with AMC? Do you think it's going to run? They're just invested in like my story and, what I think is going to happen, if I'm going to, retire, or what's going to happen. And, they're just so invested in it. But, we were talking about apes, right? And apes are not traditional investors. Apes are the most interesting thing. And I talk about it all the time. Like, it's almost like the definition of like beginner's luck in a way, but because of how disruptive the apes are. A lot of the apes are newer traders, and typically, like I've said this multiple times, if the stock goes down like 10% or something, a lot of people decide, okay, cut losses, like I'm getting out, blah, blah, blah. And even the attention span, like historically, I've been on Wall Street Bets for over a year now. Oh my gosh, for years. And on Wall Street Bets, it was always hop over here, hop over there. It's whatever the flavor of the week is. You know what I mean? Everybody's hopping around. What's the big hype stock this week? And you guys see it, I'm sure, all the time when people start talking about like Palantir or Rocket Mortgage, right? People are talking about all these different stocks. And so a lot of people, what they would do is they hop from stock to stock. And guess what? Some people make money, but I guarantee the majority lose a lot of money because, the apes just get bored. They want to switch. They want to do this. They want to do that. And, thank you for the sub, Angel Rios. So, and I was explaining to them that, the apes, it's so crazy. You think that they would get tired of like AMC and this stuff. And I'm sure we lost some apes along the way, but it's impressive how the apes are really holding strong to these convictions and seeing it, but and again, it's not like the apes aren't smart or something. It's that, it's just, there's a lot of things going on. Everybody wants to get rich quick. But even for something like this, the squeeze, it's taking a longer time than people would have anticipated, I'm sure. And I know it's taking longer than I anticipated. And on top of that, but again, I keep going because it's just not over yet, or I don't think it's over yet. You need to make your own decision. Yeah, Eric. Actually, I'm going to pull up the 13 Fs in just a second. Let me talk about this, or let me see Jason's comment, Kim, and then we'll go back to some stuff. So Jason says, I have two $40 calls and a 65. You think I got a good chance of to get them in the money by the end of the month? Ooh, Jason, that 65 one is rough. Like, I don't know if that one's gonna hit. I mean, here's the deal, like, no one knows what's gonna run, right? And no one knows when it's gonna freaking just take off. It could take off by the end of the month if they want to move some of these numbers around, or it might take a little while, right? We might need to wait for the utilization to get higher so that it it jumps up. Let's see historically what we've jumped up with the utilization previously, right? So if we go over here, utilization, we can see here utilization around 99. And let me make this a little larger. Where's January? So here's January utilization 96. So usually on the bigger moves, it's above 95, right? We'll say 96, 97, 99. So I really can't. That's all I see here when I see this, but I'm really not too sure about that. Hopefully your 41's print, but again, I'm just not too sure. We can see again the direction is what I'm looking at. From 81%, we're at 90. It was at 93. Now it's at 92% utilization. So it's definitely trending in the right direction. I just don't know if it's going to print in time for those August calls. Kim says they should cover earlier now that the institutions are buying up a lot of shares, which means losses for Citadel. Yeah, more losses. Right, Kim, that's a good point. And again, I just personally don't understand why they haven't covered, why they're not covering. It just doesn't make any sense. From the smart money, I think they really think that, I'm telling you, I really firmly believe that historically they've been in a short squeeze situation that the retail traders did not know it was a short squeeze, and what they did is they just decided to they just brought down the stock again, right? They just held their position. The retail traders eventually left, and that was it, right? That was the end. They dumped the stock, 10% or whatever. People freaked out, stop losses triggered, blah blah blah, and they probably scared people out of their positions. They're trying all of their old tactics probably, and now I think they're just trying to wait the apes out. And I just don't think it's working for them. So they're just going to be caught. They're just going to be caught holding the bag on this one. And honestly, they should have covered at 5. They should have covered, just all these different times. And it's just getting more expensive. And it's going to be so much more expensive for them to cover as this continues to go. I mean, at what point does smart money cut losses, right? I don't know. Hamza, actually, I didn't see the speech. I really don't know what Biden said in his speech. Okay, so let's go back over here to Webull really quick and look at some of this stuff. Let's take a look at GameStop. GameStop, nothing too crazy. I'd call it pretty much a flat day. It was up 0.87% in the day, down 0.44%. Currently around $163.21. So nothing too crazy here. Doge is looking pretty solid. I called Doge. I said under 20 cents is going to be freaking solid. And what do you know? It's at 32 cents right now. Touched 35, and it's just looking super, super, super solid. Oh my gosh, just crazy. Absolutely insane. Let's see what else we have going on over here. We'll take a look at, I've been watching Carnival. Carnival is, man, I'm surprised that Carnival's holding so strong considering the bad news that's been going on with the, just a bunch of stuff going on with virus and stuff. I'm watching, Delta variant, and I think they've had to cancel cruises, or they've had Corona scares, and it's just been really bad on the cruise lines. So again, I personally do see it as a buying opportunity, just because it's down compared to what it's been in the last 6 months. It's super down, and so I do like this at the current price. For some serious money. I mean, honestly, some options would probably pay out very, very well, because a lot of people have been looking at options for AMC and GameStop, and those options are so expensive because they're so volatile. That implied volatility skyrockets, makes the stocks, those options extremely expensive. Whereas Carnival hasn't had those crazy swings, and so you can get these a lot cheaper and make a lot of money in these. If we were to look over here, let's go to, I don't know, September or something. You go to September, you spend, let's say it goes to $35 or something, on one. It's going to cost you, I guess it just depends on what you think it's going to go to, but $40, you could, I don't know. I like these options. How's Robinhood doing? Down 6.79% on the day. Yikes, is what I'll say. Robert says, do you think Citadel is mostly watching AMC all day? I wouldn't. I'm telling you, I would not be surprised in the least bit if they have people strategizing all day, every day. I think they have a small team. It's not like their entire company is. I think they have a small team of people looking at AMC sentiment, AMC this, AMC that, GameStop. Just basic. AMC and GameStop sentiment all day, every day. Looking for exit strategies, looking for this, looking for that, and I think that that's what's going on here. Personally, just at Citadel, I'm sure they have a small team just dedicated to these two stocks. Okay, so let's look at the tops for the day, and then we'll look over at the 13Fs for AMC. Oh man, nothing went too crazy. 33%, which is a lot. Don't get me wrong, but nothing as crazy. Usually we'll see 80%, 70, 80% stock in here, but not today. Okay, wow, nothing I recognized. Let's see the top losers. Sense and Bio. So we talked about this. I guess Sense and Bio, they were not FDA approved. Yikes. So we'll have to see what happens there. And ACY, I remember seeing this one. I don't recall where I saw it though, but all right. So we were looking at those. We were gonna look at what's up, Fred? So we were gonna take a look over at Fintel. Whoops. Press the button. It's taking forever to load. Yo, what's going on with my internet? All right, I'm just getting logged into Fintel here so we can look at the good old AMC stuff and see what's going on. AMC, we're looking at owners, institutional owners, perfect. Institutional owners and shareholders. We're looking at the 13Fs for today. Oh my gosh, there were a bunch. No way. Oh gosh, call. Oh my gosh, what? So what I love about this is, look, well, keep in mind, right? No, like we'll kind of breeze through this. I don't want to get too crazy in these numbers, but look at the most important part that I want people to look at is their average share price. Okay, average share price. Because here's the deal, like this one right here. Okay, sure. They have calls at 21.26, right? So it's pretty easy to get those calls and stuff. Okay, like sure, you got in, I guess it depends how these calls work, if they purchase them at that share price or how it's kind of registered in the system. But these people right here purchased, and I'll give you a quick example right here. These people bought 1.5 million shares at the price of $33.44. These big institutions, these people are here to make money. They have one goal, and it is to make money. And you can see an example of hedging your position right here, hedging right here. So this is a perfect example of you buy shares. This is what big institutions do to hedge their bets. We always talk about that, but we don't see enough examples about it. It's kind of hard to it's kind of a weird thing to explain, but here we can see an example, right? And I'm glad people are here. Man, my beard is getting so crazy. My stuff is hitting my nose and it's so itchy, or just tickling me. So we can see a great example here of hedging. So these people right here, D.E. Shaw & Co., we can see they bought these shares, 1.5 million shares, 1.5 million calls, 1.1 million calls, and then they got 12,000 puts, right? And so this is theoretically how they would hedge their bet. If the stock were to go down, at least they get something. They either are gonna win big or they'll still lose big if this doesn't go their way. But this is how I believe they hedge their bets, and we can see a lot of other companies doing this. But you can see their sentiment right here is definitely bullish, and they're bullish is, and the fact that they're so bullish at $33.44 is fantastic. Not only are they bullish at $33.44, look at Charles Schwab right here. Charles, man, what a freak! Charles Schwab, what a tongue twister, is right here. Boom, 4.1 million shares purchased at $33.45. Why would Charles Schwab purchase that many shares? You know what I mean? Like, look at all these people. 816. Let me show you where it starts today. I need to put this in a spreadsheet. So I can remove the calls and stuff. Can I filter? Can I do call? Or no, I don't want calls. Let me get this pulled up really quick. Perfect. Okay, so we'll put this up here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we'll go here. Let me see if I can get this in order. One second. Okay, so we need to sort by the file date. Bear with me 1 second. Check this out. All right, so we're going to sort by the file date. Where's sort? Sort. I sorted the wrong way. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm not gonna do this right now because this thing is all kinds of messed up. I messed it up. But we can see here all of the calls and shares people have purchased, right? Ignore the puts, but we can see like bullish, 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 bullish. I mean, all of these that aren't puts, right? We can see all these. So a lot of these, and if it's blank, it's just shares. They purchased the shares, okay? Oh, you guys lost me first? I'm back. As just yet. Hopefully coming soon. So all these shares, guys. Anyways, you get my drift. I mean, you guys are pretty smart. You can understand. Jane Street over here got 13,000 calls. I wonder if these are contracts, 13,000 contracts, or you know, the equivalent contracts to 13,000 shares. You can filter. The only thing is I want to filter by 2 of them. I want to filter by this date, and I also want to filter by this. So like, I don't only want to filter by 1 column. I want to filter by 2 columns, and I don't think it'll let me. Nope. Oh, did it let me? Oh, it does let me filter by 2 columns. Excellent. Well, I also wanted to do the math and stuff. Can I also do it by shares? That was a mistake. Actually, this is pretty great. This is pretty great. 813. Vanguard bottom. What's their value changed? These guys are buying more at $33. Vanguard. Shares change percentage. Almost 20%. They bought 20% more at $33.44. Are you kidding me? BlackRock bought 11% more. What? This is crazy. Look at all these people buying still. Oh wait, those are puts. Never mind. Don't look at those. Actually, that was their hedge, because Jane is right here with the calls, 13 million. Their hedge is right here with 8 million. That's a big hedge. But still more bullish than bearish. Although I think they're probably going to try to ride it on the way up and on the way back down. So it could be their plan all the time, the whole time. But anyways, I hope you guys can see how these people are continuing. And that's where it says right here, Rentec. You know, I don't know if I saw Rentec in here. We're not using that. Fintel, Rentec. No, I don't see them in here, but that's okay. I'll go back to the top over here. Yeah, this is some crazy stuff. Man, these are some huge numbers. Velocity says institutions own 25%. Yeah, let's see what it says up here. Institutional shares, does it say percentage? Well, we can see right here 163, so we can do some quick math. If we do 163 divided by, we'll do 500 million. You know, even here it says 32%, right? About 32% of institutional shares. So if there's, you know, it doesn't make any sense, you know, because if retail owns 80% and then there's 32%, that's 112%. Don't make sense, which is why it's so easy to say that there are synthetic shares out there, right? So, hey, what's up, Bambino? And that's where we get these numbers from. Like, these numbers just don't make sense. Oh, this is pretty cool. Look, we can see institutional owners. There's 503 total institutional owners. The Rentec is under Renaissance. Oh, thank you, Eric. See, I need y'all. I freaking need you guys. So out of 503 total institutional owners, it says 429 are long only. 36 are long short, right? So probably like hedging and stuff like that, which is extremely interesting. Like, look how bullish this is, right? This is extremely bullish. All right. We're getting the retail number. So retail number is from, actually, that's a good fact check. Thank you for asking that. That's a good fact check. Where have I seen the institutional? Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm afraid that number is what I've seen from mostly Reddit. Anyone know how I can see the retail ownership? I mean, retail trader ownership. That's a great question. Yeah. Oh, my internet's cutting in. Okay, we lost me. Am I back? Am I back? Internet sucks. Buffering. Oh no. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why my internet is just acting up. Yo, post Moaz, I'm gonna literally move somewhere that has like fiber. Wow. All right. Man, it says I have 0, like, not going on blooper reel. You guys see me okay? AA Twitter. Gary, you're right about that, but 900 down, 900 up. See, I can't, Lee. Like, I just can't. Oh gosh. Okay, I see it's buffering again. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just start wrapping it up. Tomorrow we're gonna do Tech Tuesday, so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully that'll be a good time, and I will catch you guys later. All right. Well, we'll do that. It's gonna be fantastic. I'll reset my internet, reset my modem. I'm sure it'll be great. Okay. But I hope you guys have a fantastic night. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do Tech Tuesday. So pick your favorite stocks, and hopefully my internet holds strong. Okay. But all right, yeah, we'll take a look at the market. AMC closed at 35.55 on the day, down 0.39% in the after hours, and that's where we'll leave it. All right, you guys have a great night. I will catch you guys tomorrow. Tech Tuesday.